VR could be about to have its biggest month in years, with news coming from Meta that we could be getting an official Spider-Man game. We also have further leaks from Samsung in their upcoming standalone VR device, and a new pair of super sleek VR gloves that use electrodes to simulate touch. Strap in, because this is your 5 minutes of VR news. It seems 2023 is the year for VR, with Apple potentially only a month away from revealing their first VR device, but once again leaks have surfaced about the rumoured standalone Samsung headset. And that's because a battery has just passed through regulatory certification with the codename SML120, which was thought to be connected to a new VR device. It's no secret that Samsung is working with Qualcomm and Google to re-enter VR, and with leaks like this bug-eyed headset, it does make you wonder if round 2 will be any better. On the plus side, Samsung and Google would be using an Android system, which should leave it more open than the MetaQuest platform. Now onto VR gloves, something I'm sure everyone would want. And the thing is, they are completely possible with several variations from simple hand tracking to finger and hand restrictions. It definitely seems like Meta are working on something with their neural wrist straps, but in the meantime, other companies are pushing out products that seem to be getting closer and closer to that Ready Player One vision. These gloves are sleek and small, but add electrical stimulation to the tips of your fingers, so when you touch something, it feels like you're actually touching the object. If I had to make my perfect VR controller, it would resemble more like Meta's neural device, a simple wrist strap that gives you haptic feedback and perfect finger tracking. I'd rather not put on sweaty gloves every day, but that's just me. On the Quest side of things are about to get really exciting and really sad. The bad news is coming from VR chat, with support of the MetaQuest 1 being dropped June 30th, but the decision was made because of Meta. The fact that Meta is dropping the device's SDK means it would make applications unstable, which means VR chat cannot securely facilitate and optimize performance because of this. I guess the good news is the original Quest is still a perfectly usable PC VR headset, and I'm sure some of you still own the original Quest. But it is a shame that support for such a recent device is being dropped so quickly, and it does make me wonder about the future of the Quest 2. In a few years' time, will support be dropped from that? I hope not. But with Meta's current track record with Echo Arena and the Quest 1 in combination with budget cuts, it doesn't look promising. But now onto some incredibly exciting news. The Metagame Showcase will be starting June 1st, and the list of potential games is getting bigger and bigger. And best of all, Meta is basically telling us what games will be coming. But what's most exciting is the fact we're seeing big game announcements before the event has started, which should mean that the games shown will be massive. Like this, for example, Hello Neighbour VR, which in my opinion is kind of big news. It looks incredibly creepy, which is expected, and that features multiplayer, which is great news also. The game will be coming 25th of this month, and pre-orders are available now. Now, the list of potential Quest titles is ever growing. We have San Andreas VR, Assassin's Creed, and the recently teased Asgard's Wrath. But that is not stopping Meta from teasing us with even more information. A recent Twitter post from the official Meta account gave us this, a teaser to the upcoming games. And yes, the first emoji is a spider, which has led to basically every comment to say Spiderman. I mean, what else could it be? Spider-Man already works incredibly well on the Quest, with the VR chat version taking the crown as one of the most amazing VR experiences I've had, and an official release could be amazing. The Iron Man game, for example, was not a disappointment. I was expecting an incredibly arcade-style game, but I was pleasantly surprised, and I hope if an official Spider-Man game is coming, we could expect the same level of quality. But there are more than just the spider tease. There is a tree, a factory, a bike, and an abandoned house. Now, rather than me speculate what I think these are, I'll pick the best suggestions I found. The first obviously being the spider, the tree representing Lumberjack Simulator or the forest, which sounds exhausting and terrifying. The factory, I couldn't find any good suggestions for that one, so maybe you have some idea. The bike, people see as a reference to San Andreas, as in the first level you play, and the abandoned house could be Ghostbusters. I'll be interested to know if you're excited for the event. Hopefully these teasers are not just D-list titles, and we can finally get some momentum going within the VR community. If you like the video, like and subscribe, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.